Hey,
Good morning. I was
good
reading
morning.
reading the chat. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey. So, I'll talk to you first, Dawn, because you're here.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I think she's saying y'all not here.
No, they're there, but you're up here, and I haven't talked to you really. How you doing?
I'm doing better today. My blood sugar dropped yesterday, so I got a little ill. But and I could hear my mom mumbling in the background. That ain't from your blood sugar, you're sick. But once I got my blood sugar over 100, it was fine.
Dr. Mom. Well,
That's
they
mom. Yeah.
anyway.
But
So,
we had a good day. The kids came over and
and that's another thing. Happy New Year, everyone,
yeah,
because I didn't
happy new
say
year.
it. I mean, I said it in the chat, but people didn't always read it. And it's our first live since. So, can you? And everybody says on the news, and it's true. Can you believe it's 2025? I mean, it's hard to believe
I know.
that there was a day that I was saying, "Can you believe it's 1970?" I guess I didn't care. It probably seemed like a long time ago.
Right?
Right.
Oh my god. Let's see
So
who's
somebody
in.
was asking
You
what
had a good day?
on New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for the fact that like 5 minutes before the ball dropped, that Tony put on the Times Square live thing, I wouldn't have realized it was any other day. I mean, honestly, like we weren't okay. We did buy like little snacky food instead of a meal because we sometimes like to have. I mean, by hors d'oeuvres, like we get a piece of
Right.
like a baguette, and we get like little pieces of like salami and
Uh-huh.
cheeses, and we like what do they? They don't call that crudité. They call that like charcuterie. So like we do kind of
Right.
like charcuterie kind of food for supper, and I
I'm
wanted to
sharing
get.
this out loud to my sister
I
and my mom.
But I mean, other than the fact that I don't really sit down at dinner anyway, but I didn't have hot food for dinner or even appetizers. We
We
were,
usually do like appetizer kind of things on New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve. We didn't do any of that this year. I guess just everything's been crazy.
we didn't either. And I kind of, on Christmas Eve day, on Christmas Eve night, yes, I told like Alexa to play swinging Christmas music, and it was really funny to hear her selections. And so we were kind of like bopping around to it, and Tony took out his bass, and we were like playing along in a way. It was like kind of fun to just
Well,
do something like.
good. Awesome.
But we didn't do that on New Year's Eve. We just were watching a movie, not a movie, but like a
Oh,
Netflix kind of that
yeah.
kept going.
Debbie wants to know, how does the Amish celebrate New Year's?
They go to bed at as soon as they're tired. Actually, I'll tell you. I actually went to see my Amish friend on New Year's Eve day because we had gone to a butcher shop that she recommended that maybe we'd find like some unusual meat. Like, I don't want to say like what is unusual meat. For us, it would have been like she
Hmm.
wanted chicken liver and I wanted a piece of like a certain kind of cut of cow. She said, try this butcher shop and they probably have it. Now, I wasn't looking for like spleens or eyeballs. It was just, you know,
Right.
anyway. So it was really crowded. It was very old fashioned. Like they had a deli center and a real big like meat center, and the people there were really nice, and even the checkout clerks were really nice. And they're like,
Uh-huh.
"Should I say what I bought?" It's kind of strange, but
Well,
we bought a beef cow tongue,
oh,
and
my dad used to love that. Oh,
right. So we're gonna do something where you kind of like pickle it, you kind of cure it. And I bought curing salt, and I'm gonna do it today.
and do you
It tastes
slice it or something?
well. Some
Or you
people
take
do
it
a
out of the
quick.
jar and take a bite? I don't know.
It came like a piece of meat, like just like that, and it was expensive. But some people just throw it in boiling water with a lot of salt, or they soak it in salt for a couple hours and then they boil it. The real method is like you use this pickling kind of. It's like a 6% sodium nitrate salt. So you only put like a couple tablespoons in
Uh-huh.
it. You let it sit for a couple days, like several days in the fridge.
Yeah, no, my dad used to love that. And he would buy this deli meat called luncheon
That is
tongue. And no, thank you. Let's see who's here, Suzy.
Not like livers, but
No.
anyway. It's
Well,
like going
Scarlett was here first. Good morning, Scarlett.
Good morning. I'm just getting the dog name.
Okay. Hey, Ashley. Debbie's got a 1 in the chat, so she's definitely here.
Hi, Ashley. Hi, Scarlett. If you hear ruckus, it's the dog's playing.
Oh, that's okay. It is the doghouse after all.
It is. Sleeping
Hey,
Beauty's here.
Teresa.
Teresa's here. Hi, Teresa.
How's little Yorny baby? She makes me smile in those little videos. She's so cute. Hey, Nana Tank.
Hi.
Happy New Year to you.
Hey, Nana.
Hey, Sleeping Bee. Oof. Hey, Sleeping Bee.
How are you? So how's Teresa? I didn't even get to talk to any of you guys, like in person, behind the scenes at all, in a long time. It feels like a long time.
I know. It's just been crazy. Like my whole schedule is disrupted, you know? Like I can't tell you the last time I made it to Johnny's in the morning. And I feel terrible.
I don't even okay. I had been for a while waking up at sunrise, and I've been having like a rough couple weeks, so I've been going to bed at different times, like kind of later. So I'm waking up later and I'm missing everything. I went to the dentist again. I don't know if anybody knows, I'm working on my mouth. I've gone to the dentist several times, 2 times in the last 2 weeks, and maybe 3. Anyway, I've been in a lot of pain, and I had another issue where I was on antibiotics for 10 days, and that is not life-threatening anymore, so that's a good thing.
Oh, good.
I mean, everything kind of reverted back. I was getting like, what do you call when you get like a blood infection? Not sepsis, but like I had, like when you get the red swollen streaks in your skin. Anyway, I was on antibiotics for that. It just was wiping me out. I feel wiped out. And I feel very achy. And I'm complaining a lot.
That's okay. Complain away, honey.
I felt so achy yesterday. And I'm like, if I was painting the cabinets or really doing something like scrubbing, like I don't know why. I don't know. Usually when I feel like that on my wrists, it's because I was raking or doing something. I didn't really don't feel like I did anything but try to haul myself up off. I probably picked myself up off the floor a couple times or gone up the stairs. I don't know.
Right. Oh, Teresa and Nana, it does. It's terrible. I think sometimes I talk to my sister more when she jumps in the chat than we do real life. They said,
yeah. Anyway, I'm off the antibiotics, so I feel.
Well, that's good because that can make you feel like crap.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like that doesn't help. And, I also think like, we talk about celebrating for New Year's. When you get like older, how am I going to say it? It feels more comforting to me to stay in a nice warm place than to drive, risk, or like, I don't drink. I'm not interested in drinking. So like when I'm around people who are drinking and having drinks, and then even if I take a sip and it goes to my head, I feel weird or sick. And I don't know. I don't eat like I used to eat. It's just it's not more fun anymore. It's just.
Right. Oh, Ashley Reed has been a member for 5 months.
Oh, congratulations.
Ashley. Let me play my little ditty here.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And if anybody wants something like that, check Nana Tink out. She will hook you up.
Debbie says she loves watching drunks. I prefer watching people who are stoned. That's just me. Anyway.
Nana says, Debbie, sometimes I like being drunk. Oh, God.
It's been such a while for me because I don't know. I think one time I was really dehydrated and I had a couple glasses of champagne and it went to my head and I got like dizzy and it was like embarrassing almost. Like because I was in a public setting and they thought I was like worse off than I really am, but I don't have the ability to absorb the alcohol like I used to, so it goes right into my bloodstream.
Right.
Wasn't
Nana,
good.
think.
Feel bad.
Teresa sent me a thing last night, but I didn't see it till this morning. You're changing your membership stuff because I got a cancellation from your membership, and I'm like, I didn't do that, and I redid it again. Oh, Nana says she was drunk New Year's. First time in years that they partied in New Year's. You go, Nana.
Well, that's good. If you feel like it's fun and it's comfortable and you're around people you like to let loose with, you know, you're dancing, I don't know, have fun. That's good. I used to be around people that sometimes would be like,
Aw, Teresa. You're so sweet. Well, one more time.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. Love you, girl. I hope it's a good buckle up. It's gonna be fun. What do you think?
do I think it's going to be fun? It's going to be hard still because I haven't sold the house and moved the furniture.
But I have to say, Suzy,
But
you smile a lot more and you look so much happier there.
maybe it's the lighting because I'm right by a window.
Stop it. Oh my God.
Yeah, this is the difference. The biggest difference is that okay, how should I say it? When I lived in the city, you basically close the outside world out. Like you put the blinds down, you close your curtains, you peek out every once in a while. You might let the dogs out, but I didn't. I was just sort of like my house was a prison in a way, like a cell. And here, I feel like this is where I sleep, but I look out into you, and I look out onto the property because I don't feel like people are looking back in. It's more relaxing to not feel like people are always looking in.
Right.
Even though they are looking in.
Right. Teresa says, no, you look so much happier and it's not the lighting.
Okay. I do feel very relieved that we found
I guess
place.
maybe you're more relaxed. You know, your smile is just like your face lights up.
It's a dentist. See, it helps. Go to the dentist.
Don't remind me. I got to go on the 10th.
I don't know. I just agreed to do a whole lot of stuff. Thank you, Parcel. I was going to say, thank you, Porcelain Princess.
Porcelain.
Thank you,
Scarlet.
Porcelain. Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, like I said, I am really relieved we found a place, and I'm really relieved that I like the view. And we're still in limbo land because Tony's car's in the shop. It's been in the shop for 2 weeks, and we have to go back to New Jersey and do some stuff there. And whenever I'm there, I do feel uncomfortable. If it feels like a big mess that nobody's going to want to buy, and I'm very worried. I'm very worried about that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and I'm in the middle of scheduling a whole bunch of dental procedures and what surgery.
Good morning, Tony.
Morning.
He heard you. So he's listening. I can't say anything weird. Anyway,
you know what, Sleeping Bee, compliments are hard to accept sometimes, you know.
Well, I mean, I'll say thank you. Overall, when I'm sitting here, I don't feel the pressure of like, how can I make this house look better to sell? I'm not selling it. I just, it's more
right.
Where am I going to put
more comfortable?
When I'm in the other place, I'm like, when, what, how, when, what? It's embarrassing to even, like, you know, it's so dusty from not being used and from having the dogs run around, and I'm like allergic to dust. So I said it's like this double-edged sword. Like to have dust cleaned up, you have to be around the dust. So I get so sick when I clean, and I'm not strong, and it's not great. And I don't know.
Angie.
I just have to understand that whatever I get, as long as I get something, and I have to move on with my life. Period.
Yep.
Case closed. Like I thought, like sometimes the estimations on the internet on AI, like how much is your house worth? It's almost like $100,000 of difference. It's
right.
It's a big difference, and I'm not delusional thinking it's the high amount. I was thinking it was somewhere in the middle, but I don't know. I just want to get it sold,
right,
and then be here. Be here.
I get it, and not have to go back and forth. Angie, no singing on this show today, unless Suzy strikes up a tune. But I see Teresa singing in the chat.
What is she singing? Hello, Angie. Oh, she has
a little music note.
Hello.
So you don't have to medicate this morning, Angie. Right, Nana. It's only worth what someone's willing to pay. Hey, Robin.
There you go. Hi, Robin. I shouldn't even read the chat. I also, my next thing is I need new glasses for sure.
Right. Robin, I'm going to send you an invoice out this weekend. I hope that's okay. My migraines have been kicking my butt this week. There you go, Sleeping Bee. 2025. Not perfect, but it's better.
Yeah, it'll be different. I'm going to need stunts. The next few months are going to be hard. And when I sit here.
Go, Angie. Right.
I'm avoiding.
I hear you. Guys, please continue to pray for the people in New Orleans. It's up to 15 that's dead now, and dozens more that are, in the hospital still. So, hey, Deborah.
Hi, Deborah. Hey, Angie. I know I'm saying Angie and Robin. Packing orders.
I know the boxes thing. I haven't ordered boxes in so long, and I don't have the right boxes. I find a 8x8x8 box is like a perfect size for like the larger mugs and just smaller things that the 6x6 is not quite big enough for.
Probably good for a baseball hat kind of thing.
It is good for that. I've been getting them from Walmart,
How does the post office feel about if you get a priority box? You can only use priority. Did they do away with priority? I don't even know.
I don't know. No, because eBay's still showing priority as an option, I think. If I saw that with my one thing I sold.
Because when I marched to the post office with that box of like priority boxes, she says, "We're not giving those out anymore." And she's like, "You got to throw them away." So I said, "Do you have a dumpster?" So I was like, "Okay." We don't over here.
Well, I'm going to grab my drink out the kitchen real quick.
Okay. There is a recycling area, which means there's like 4 dumpsters, and one takes paper, one takes corrugated cardboard, one takes a certain kind of plastic, and then they hang bags on the outside to take your bags because they'll just throw those away. But oh my gosh, it's really, they only want recyclables that are 1 and 2, because let's face facts, if you donate to recycling centers, they don't really do. A lot of times they'll just separate out the colors of glass, and they throw away a lot of stuff, sadly. Seiko people glad you moved. Well, it's horrible when people, I don't know. It's just horrible when people do stuff on purpose. I mean, like if there's an accident, I feel a lot more forgiving about like, oh, not happy about it, but forgiving. But when people do things on purpose, I don't get it. Don't get it.
I hear that. Oh, Debbie's shipping a Marie Osmond plush.
Marie Osmond plush. I didn't even know there was a Marie Osmond plush. Ever. I used to watch the Osmonds back in the day.
I know. I saw that, Scarlett. And they said there's similarities. So
Was that? I saw an image of an Elon Musk car on fire in front of Trump. Is that
yeah,
real?
they ran it. Yes, they ran it into the front of the building.
I honestly,
and the devices in the car are similar to the other one here. And then they both rented their car from this same service, and they're both ex-military. You're right, Robin. Not enough mental health care. When they shut all the mental health hospitals and stuff down, things got really kind of weird.
The image looked so strange. I thought it was AI that I saw.
No, it was real. I think one person was either killed or injured. I'm not sure. Oh, 4? Yeah, because they said, or my daughter-in-law maybe told me, that in New Orleans, where some of the other explosive devices were because they had more than just at that scene, they saw a woman and 2 men putting them.
I don't understand why people would pick that area when there's other
What happened is
that are
when
so
he
much more
took off down to Bourbon,
Mm-hmm.
the only thing that stopped him was he ran into a forklift that was on the side of the road. So it could have been way more devastating had that not happened. It's sad.
It's hard to know what people think, or why they pick that spot versus another spot.
Yeah, but I think he was flying a, flag on his trailer hitch or something, they said.
I actually don't know, but you'll tell me later on.
Starts with an I. Ends with an S. I don't want to say it because I don't know. I don't want to be flagged or nothing. Yeah.
I still don't know.
You want ice in your drink?
Okay, really? People don't usually give themselves away like that. I think they're blaming something.
I don't know. They usually take blame, but I don't know. I think it's just still all under investigation. Bourbon Street's still closed, but that's just so close to home. It's scary.
That's my favorite song, Taking Requests.
I don't know if you want to sing. We might have to let you up to sing.
Do you know anything from the Squirrel
Angie? Huh?
I was going to say, do you know anything from the Squirrel Nut Zippers? They're a good band.
The Squirrel Nut Zippers. No,
yeah, it's a band.
Never heard.
They play like swingy, big band-ish music. They're kind of fun. Yeah.
Teresa.
Ask Spotify or Alexa to play that for you. They're fun.
Hannah said, Teresa, the silent song.
This sounds.
Oh. Angie says, don't do that. Don't let her up.
Just hum. No, just hum.
But just know, Angie, she has access to my channel, so
she can come.
Oh, goodness. If she's in that kind of singing mood, wait till tomorrow.
I discovered another thing, I feel. I don't know if it's true. I think I'm allergic to gummies.
Ah.
I tried one because I was having so much pain. And
maybe it's one of the fillers or something.
No, it's this. It was a similar response I got to when I tried. I went to that. I bought something at the dispensary once, and it made me feel like really kind of sicky. And starting to happen. And I'm like, why take away everything I like in a way?
Right? Robin says she likes the band, the show band Broken Peach.
Oh, I'll try them. I could just say right now, Alexa play, and it might start, but I don't want to get you demonetized. So, except Alexa's really far away from me, but they listen. She listens a lot. Like sometimes people on the TV will be talking about something, and then she's like, okay. But now this pushy little Alexa is asking me, Suzy, I have something for you. Would you like me to put it in your cart? And I'm like, what are you talking about? No, I do not want you to put anything in my. And then she's sending me
I hope
messages.
you don't have click to buy that she can just buy it for you.
Like she's sending me a message and I click on it and it's like a pair of ugly boots. And then she's like, I don't want those. I don't get it.
Oh my God.
I've been talking about wanting to buy boots. But there's a difference. I don't want like big, heavy. I have like muck boots, which are like rain boots that come up to your calf. I tried to clear off the snow with them and the snow went inside. And so they're not good. They're good for just like if you have to get from the house to the garage, but they're not good for like being out in the snow, clearing off your car. So I don't know. I also want winter shoes because all I have are these like Crocs, and they're not right for the winter.
She's packing boots right now.
I'm telling you, if you lived closer to me, you'd understand because you would need more boots. What's going on with Deborah?
Deborah, I'm sorry, honey.
What happened with Deborah?
Her husband's not sleeping with the dementia.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that happens. It's hard.
I wear a 10, but I need a wide toe box. Not necessarily wide, but.
Oh, me too.
So sometimes I get 11s, and then if I do get an 11, my left foot is like swimming around in it, and it fits better on my right foot.
Nana, okay, yeah. Nana wants to know what size.
I would buy a 10, usually. 10 usually. Do you have? She must have boots. Aw. When I open. Oh yeah, the door alarms.
Yeah.
Those are important.
I know some people put the locks really high up where they can't.
Can you do also like one of those? What are those tags like the Apple tags that people could put? It's almost like a GPS for somebody that
she's got a size 7. That's not going to work.
Yeah. No. Thank you.
Like the air tags. Yeah. Oh, she's got cameras as well.
But I mean, I know, like, I've heard of people wandering. People get sundowner syndrome, but also at night, if they can't sleep, they start wandering, and
yes,
you end up like, I don't know how it is where you live, but here you could end up in the woods easily, and or slip and fall into a ditch, and then who knows when you get found.
Right, it's like with babies, sleep when they sleep. Aw. Keep you in my prayers, Deborah.
Sorry, Deborah.
Hey, Johnny. Yeah, Alzheimer's is harder on the caregiver than it is on the person, who has it.
Yeah,
Johnny, I'm going to make it to your morning show sometime soon. With, being at my mom's and stuff is so hard. Hey, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
I went this morning, but y'all were already done. I'll watch the replays.
Do you hear that? It's kind of loud. I'm going to tell him.
The TV? I just hear just a little mumble.
Can you make it a My buddy. Tony calls Norton buddy. He like stays in here with me.
Okay, Johnny.
I need to try to find my creativity again. I wanted
Mhm.
25 to be a creative year. I've been taking pictures, but I want to paint, and I haven't even tried to paint. So I was so excited to get them, and I didn't open them up. I mean, I didn't really look at them yet. Hi, John. John the reseller. So,
Where's Jennifer Hayes this morning?
who? Miss Hayes. She's not here?
Miss Hayes. Miss Hayes is not here. I know sometimes she has a doctor's appointment on Thursday.
What happened to Chris? Tell me.
I don't know. I hadn't seen Chris.
And where's G? We
I don't know
started
where's G.
having like Jennifer, G, and Chris around a lot.
I haven't seen Chris in a long time. And I feel bad because, you lose touch with people. Ugh. Oh, she's got her granddaughter? Hey, Regina.
Hey, Regina. How's it going?
Hey, Shelby. Speaking of losing touch, like I catch Regina's little shorts that she puts on, and it's like I haven't been able to get to people's channels, especially at my mom's. It's hard.
Has anybody? I've been like posting stories on Threads and posting photographs on Threads. Does anybody have Instagram that has Threads? You can follow me, and I'd appreciate.
I'll download it today.
I'd appreciate your support on there. Wow, I had controversy this week because I posted a story about me picking up the Amish lady and taking her shopping. And then there are people who are like, I'm sorry, I don't like that society where the patriarchy is like, and going on. And I'm like, it's like, I understand that you don't like those behaviors. Nobody would like those behaviors, but it's like being prejudiced in a way because every society, let's face it, has it. So if you just, like, if you heard, it's like just hearing one incident about one country and then hating everybody from that country, which is so, it's not having a big open mind about it, is it? Like, I don't know. I'm just saying. One bad apple shouldn't spoil a whole bunch of people. I don't know.
Yeah.
Look
at the drama. You're right,
I didn't want to get into it for what she was saying, but it's like every like, I mean, she was saying that Amish people are cruel to animals. Well, not all of them, and they've been taught that the animals they eat they don't befriend, and the animals that they are pets you befriend those. And it's hard to, if you have to, like, let's say eat a piece of cattle, like if you named it and like we're loving on it, it's going to break your heart. So they teach people to not get close with the food, which I get.
I get that.
I get it. I said I'm not going to ever. I don't think. Unless it gets really bad, I wouldn't eat any animal I name. That's going to be really a push. But regardless, and and as far as like the male roles, yeah, they expect the women to cook. And they expect the men to farm. It's just the way they're not very progressive. They're still living behind a religion that was from the 18th century. It's really old. But I mean, any extreme religion is going to have things about it that are not probably very forward thinking, even about women. That's just the way I've experienced things. Just so if you read there, I didn't really comment on the people that I said. I wanted to say this is a bunch of prejudicial thinking, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but it's in every part of the world, things like that go on. Every part, cities, even, anyway.
Oh, we could, except I don't go, John. I don't like it.
Well, maybe did he say go to the Mardi Gras or just do a show and call it that?
I don't know. Explain yourself, John.
That's how
I started to do a short the other day because when I walked in Walmart, all you saw was purple, green, and gold. because there's Mardi Gras decorations everywhere. I might do that when I go back to that Walmart.
We wouldn't have ever, like, every time I see those colors, I said, I was watching a show that was taking place in Korea, and they had purple, yellow, and green. And I said, are they having a Mardi Gras in Korea? And they were.
Uh-huh.
And because of you, I know that.
Right.
Hi,
Shelby,
Jane.
I will take one of every. Hey, Jane. How's it feel to be retired? Hey, Claudette.
How's it going? Jane witnessed. Jane's following me on Threads, so she knows about all that. One of my posts blew up, and I was watching it, and I went from having 2,000 views to over 2.1 million views. So I guess you got to say things that might be controversial. It wasn't even that controversial. My mind. One girl was very mean, and people picked like right back. They defended me, and she actually said to me privately, she goes, I don't know what kind of cult following you have. I'm like, cult following? 5 people, 6 people, like, look at my stuff every day. Not, I wouldn't call that a cult. Anyway.
I wouldn't even entertain and answer her.
Well, then she blocked me, which I was about to block her. So it was a mutual block.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sleeping in. Good for
it's
you,
hard.
girl.
She says it's so hard. Well, then don't do it.
Look,
If
we
you're
got
a
up
morning
at 5.
person, get up.
Right. We got up at 5. We left Sabrina's, walked over to my mom's, and I fell asleep on the sofa briefly. Suzy called, I'm in. And I was Bella was next to me. I was leaning on Bella, sleeping. And I woke up and my coffee was sitting there. I'm like, you didn't tell me my coffee. He said, well, you opened your eyes. So he's like, it's time to get up. And I'm like, 10 more minutes, 10 more minutes, 10 more minutes. Till finally I said, okay.
Yesterday and today, I've been getting up around 9 o'clock, and I'm thinking that's sort of a bad precedent for me, because I was waking up at sunrise, and all of a sudden, ever since those antibiotics, I've been sleeping in. Sort of, anyway. And then especially since we went on, when you said, what did I say? Was it 9:15? No, it was, I don't know.
I don't
It was
know.
close
You said
to 9
you just
o'clock.
opened your eyes. I don't know what time it was.
I just opened my eyes and I'm like, I gotta get downstairs and get dressed. Y'all don't want to see me like that. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, you might want to, but then you're a weirdo. That's all. Weirdos want to see me like that.
Oh God, if y'all notice, I keep doing this. I think my nerves are regenerating in my face. It's an itch that's like deep, so deep I can't reach it. I know it's probably nothing. I think it's the nerves regenerating in my face from the Gamma knife. Oh, it's driving me nuts.
There's a supplement people were talking about that calms nerves. Was it magnesium glycolinate? If you take the citrate, you poo. But the glycolinate helps with nerves, calming like nerve issues. Anyway.
But that's good, Shelby.
I'm sorry that if that would happen. Anyway.
But I'm thinking people must think, God, what is wrong with her? Because I constantly do that.
My dentist said to me, he goes, are you sure you don't have like problems with your trigeminal?
Oh no.
And I'm like, I go, I don't know what I have problems with. I have problems lately with like they're working all up here and it hurts down here. And I go, are you sure nothing's wrong with down here? And he's like, and then you know what? Then they start volunteering. Well, we could drill into your like implants and tighten up. I'm like, no.
Hey, Glenn.
I mean, I'm not making that kind of work.
I sure hope my nerves aren't regenerating, because nobody can live like that. I mean, it's hard.
It's hard. But yeah, I know. I get it. I get like having pains that are relentless and that you almost pray to have like some kind of relief. And
You pray for it to all end, everything to end.
I know. It's not good. Not good.
I asked my husband to end it for me.
You did
Of course,
already?
he wouldn't end it.
Are there support groups for people who say, well, I try this and I try that? And I know you've tried it.
There's a lot of groups on Facebook for
Mhm.
trigeminal neuralgia, but it's
I mean, there's
awful.
always somebody that's going to say, like, well, I take a lot of magnesium and I don't eat carbs. And then there's going to be someone who says, like, I work out 5 times a day to like distract
I mean,
myself.
it's like simple things, even like I can use heat on my face. Cold will set me off, but some people like cold and they can't use heat. So
That's what they were telling me, to put cold on, every time I had a sip of water that was from the tap, it felt so cold. It was sending shivers up into my brain. So I need, like, remember, I know Angie said, so you're lukewarm. It's yes, I am lukewarm. I can't have hot and I can't have cold now. So it has to be,
and
it has
I
to be like
feel
slightly warm.
right. And then I feel crazy because it's not that cold. And then I have to put a scarf around my face. And I'm thinking, what the hell?
When I met you and I said to you, you're going to think this sounds really weird, but I sleep with a towel over my head.
Oh, I do too.
And then you said, I do. And then I thought, oh, we are similar people in a way. Like, because I can't stand like the air to touch like my face and my ear and this whole like area. So I have to kind of cover it up.
And it's hard to find a soft towel. Every time I go to the store and I pass by the towels, I'm feeling them. I just need one to put.
Do you know that's like really, really like microfibery, but like thicker ones like that you wrap your hair around? That might be like nice and soft.
A friend of mine gave me a
Those feel
towel.
so
It
good.
was like a Better Homes and Garden one, but it was so soft. And I used that for the longest. And then Garrett will take it to wash and then it gets lost. Now I don't know where it's at since we moved. But I've looked for a few and then I just sleep because I have to sleep with a fan on. And then the wind on my face just drives me crazy. So.
Yeah, we are all different, aren't we? I mean, that's for sure.
Right. Regina, how have you been? I haven't seen you in a while, hon. I missed what Jane said.
Get something really soft, fleecy. If you cut fleece material, like if you see material, it'll just like roll on the ends. It doesn't need to be sewn. So you can make yourself a head thing.
Yeah. Chronic pain is devastating. Mine is better now since I had 3 brain surgeries and 2 gamma knives. But I just have a feeling it's coming back. Because, you'll go into like a remission thing and then it comes back. I'm hoping not.
I'm hoping not.
It's bad enough with the migraines.
Isn't it? I have a lot of I got pains on my wrists lately they seem to be coming and going. Like I remember seeing pictures of myself with my wrist braces that I'll wear for sometimes like several months in a row, and I need them now, and I don't know where they are because I don't know where I packed them or what. I haven't seen them here. So, oh no. Maybe anyway.
Strong goes, my wrist hurts. My wrist hurts. I said, well, quit doing this all day long and it won't hurt.
That can contribute
he's probably got carpal tunnel from the.
I'm sure that doesn't help. You do have to put that stuff down sometimes, or find a different way. Play low or higher.
Oh, cool. There's a doctor in, where is he? Was it California? His name is Dr. Lindsay, and he's very Like, he's one of the best for the MVD is what they call it, for the brain surgery. And I just couldn't afford to go to California to do the surgery. I did go to Texas for my third one. The first guy did the first two, and he was such a butthead. But neurosurgeons have a guy complex. But this last guy, he was so kind. So I went to Houston and did that. And then I had to stay in a hotel for 2 weeks for my return visit before I could go home. You have that, Angie?
You don't want anybody. You don't want anybody to touch you, who you refer to as, did you call him a butthead? Is that what you said?
I did. He had a guy complex, and he couldn't believe that his surgery did not work. So,
well, people like that need to have reviews of like that kind of thing. Like, not that it like say it didn't work, but when I told him, he would refuse to believe it. And so your mileage may vary on him, but he's not a very kind person.
Right. My neurologist, I love him. You can go in there. If you have a migraine, when you go in there, you're not leaving until he makes it ease or go away. He will give you something while you're there. Very kind. You call him, they call back. His staff is like wonderful.
I agree, Sleeping Bee.
Yep.
A lot of
I've had some really good doctors. This guy was the only one that was really, what I want to say,
a jerk.
Yeah.
I know you want to say something worse, but
yeah, I did. Because like my neurologist, if I may have to wait an hour, but if I need an hour, I get my hour. Mm-hmm. So they tell you to call an hour before your appointment to see if he's running behind. And then, so it's like you're checking in, but you don't come in until it's time, which is very kind of them to do that.
I heard that finding even just a regular general practitioner that takes your insurance or that has appointments for new people is very hard in this area. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I'm so surprised, because they have like names, like they have like 15 names of doctors, right, but to find one that'll take you or take your insurance or doesn't have a 1-star rating. I don't know. One of the nurse practitioners said I worked for a practice and I use them as my general practitioners because they're so kind. And I want to drive an extra. I'll drive an extra 15 minutes because it's about a half hour away. If I know that at least she's raving about it and she's a medical professional, I'm going to go there. I've just forgotten like what the name was.
Yeah. Hey, Steph. Yeah. I'm very fortunate to have really good doctors. My endocrinologist, she goes, "Oh, Miss Dawn, we all need to add God in our life and pray. It helps." She just gets on a personal basis with you. She's so kind. Her staff is awesome. She calls back when you need her. Her and her husband are in practice together. They're both internists, but he also does they have like an infusion center there, so he does a lot of cancer patients and stuff. Just a beautiful little couple, That was the only doctor that really was a butt.
I had a butt general practitioner for several years, and she missed 2 times when I needed to have surgeries. And the one time she had the nerve to say, "You're going to have to make another appointment. I don't have time to hear all your complaints."
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then I went to,
I think I'd have walked out if that happened to me.
Well, I didn't go back after that. I needed I went to a surgeon that was recommended to me, and he said, this is not anything she should have brushed off. You need surgery, and I'm putting you on for, it was a Friday when I saw him. He said, I'm putting you on. My next surgery day is Monday. If you need me over the weekend, just tell the emergency room you're my patient and I'll come in.
Right.
So he was nice about, anyway, it's just crazy how people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Angie, I love my cardiologist. You go in there, he'll get all the information, and he sits back, he crosses his leg, and he'll talk to you like a human being, not, like talk to you, not down to you. I love him.
I
Oh,
like
Steph,
that.
I didn't send your invoice either. I'm gonna do that this weekend.
Is my dog here?
All my monthlies I'm gonna do this weekend, but I ended up with a migraine Sunday and I couldn't finish. And whoever else might be waiting. I think I slept wrong.
I fell. When I fell in the snow, I fell again on the stairs. I didn't tell you.
No. You need a damn cane or a walker, girl.
I don't know. I was holding meat from the freezer downstairs going up, and then I fell and the meat went flying. I had like 2 kinds of things.
It was frozen meat. I hope it didn't. That could have killed
frozen meat. And then he said, "Are you okay?" I go, "I fell." And then I thought he would come and look.
And he didn't.
He heard me like talking, so he thought at least I wasn't, passed out, I guess. Anyway, so maybe that's why my wrist hurts, because I keep falling.
Right? Yeah, she needs to be wrapped in a bubble. I know. Don't you hate it, Deborah, when you find an awesome doctor and then they leave? My rheumatologist was so kind. I loved him. And then he left. My mom's GI doctor, we had such a good rapport with her. She left. She went to Homa, but I can't drive to Homa to way over there. So we got some new ones. So we'll see how they go. We didn't see the doctor. We saw the nurse practitioner for her first visit, but.
I'm going to tell Nana, while you're in Florida, go to the dentist, because it seems like in central Pennsylvania, there are no hygienists. They're all quitting, and they're taking appointments for July. So, yeah, if you need to see a dentist, try Florida. I'm sure it'll be cheaper, and there's probably more of people like that. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Calling to say I need a teeth cleaning, and they say, well, one said we're taking points for May, and I'm like, I need it for December for my insurance, and then they're like, oh, we're taking appointments for July, and the next place. I'm like, July. She's like, well, you could be on the cancel list. Another place said to me, we have at least a year wait.
Oh my God.
She said, I think some people are waiting 3 years. And I'm like, well, how is this happening? Like, if you don't, I don't know. And then on my insurance, they say they're accepting new patients. Well, yeah, if you're willing to wait till like 2030. Anyway,
dang.
It's insane.
I know, it is.
And then some of the people who you call to say, well, on my insurance, it says you take it, you're this and that. And she goes, anyway, it's not important. It's just the medical system here needs to change a lot. I don't know. And, even with insurance, it's still costing thousands of dollars. If you need work, it still costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they took 60% up front, which really, I don't know, that just didn't sit right with me. 60% of me getting like a fake tooth, I had to pay for.
Wow.
Last week. I want to say, can't we pay as we go? Like,
right?
And when we get to the part where you have to order the parts, I'll pay. It's like, no. It's really broken. Really, really broken. It's so bad. And it's just bad.
Yeah.
And then I don't know.
I'm freezing here. I lost the remote to the air conditioner. It's up way high. and heating, so it's on air and I can't turn it off.
You lost it.
Yeah.
I know
It was
you
42 this morning.
and do you have a designated spot? Like, can you tape it to the wall the next time you find
It's usually on either on top of my printer or on my desk. Not my desk, but the table here. And I don't know I looked everywhere to see if it fell somewhere. It's going to take me cleaning off this daggum table to
So
find it.
your table's not a desk that you're calling a desk. I am talking to you from a plant stand. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's one of
That's my
those
desk.
folding tables, those 8-foot folding tables.
I
It
have
was
one
cold
of those.
there, Nana. It was 42. Right now
What?
it's 51.
Oh, sorry.
And that's cold for me.
Is that why you're crying? You're crying because you can't come back in? Well, go. Why are you crying? He was crying at the door. Oh.
Well, Deborah, there's a screw on the wall, but it's way over there by the door. So I rarely put it on that screw. And when the guy put the air conditioner unit in, he goes, make sure you leave it here because if you lose it, I'm not going to lose it.
I want to talk about, I saw somebody talk about the weather, and they said it was 40 with some snowflakes. Yesterday, we had such bad wind that it was blowing in rain clouds, it was blowing in snow clouds, and it would be, Tony said it's snowing in the backyard, and I go, it's raining in the front yard. And then there was like white out for a while, it was all really snowing, and then it was insane.
Mm-hmm.
It was really crazy. And then it just got cold and all the rain turned to snow. But it was like warm in the morning and it turned cold. It was nuts. But the rolling clouds, I posted a picture, I think. I don't know. I'm sure like just me taking pictures of clouds is boring people. But
your pictures are very nice.
Thank you. Sometimes they disappear on me. I once deleted thousands of shots. Like, we're not talking 2,000. I told you. It was like 80,000 pictures from like 4 years of taking photographs of wildlife. And my husband thinks that one of my backup hard drives has them. Mm-hmm. But to access them is really a pain in the neck. And I don't have a computer here.
You need to get you an external hard drive and back them up on that.
So sad when that happened that I didn't want to take pictures for like a long time because it like broke my heart to not have an easy way to get to them. Like I would be thinking, oh, I want to work on that shot. And like if you're a photographer with a DSLR, if you're shooting raw, you have to edit it to like change the colors around. Oh my gosh. It broke my heart that all of a sudden I didn't have like that app on my computer anymore that held that had access to my photograph. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's hard for me to post pictures. I take pictures a lot of times with the cell phone. I take occasionally with the camera. Then I have to, I don't know, pick out the best ones. And I do a lot of work with the iPad. It's just hard. I think I want to crochet now.
Go ahead, girl. I'm having the time of my life.
I think it's like a lot more, I don't know, I want to say like it's kind of like less pressure.
Look, I walk around with my, and it's all Teresa's fault. I walk around with my little bag of crochet, and I was crocheting one day, and Sean goes, oh, so you're going to be one of those kind of grandmas, huh? I'm like, what do you mean by that?
Don't pay it any mind. Did your granddaughter enjoy her crochet and stuff? Did she try?
She didn't start it yet, so I told her we would go and have I told Haley I'd pick her up and we'll have a crochet day.
That's good. Blame you for everything. Yeah.
I do blame you for everything.
Well, I want to paint, and I want to crochet, and I want to take pictures, and I want to edit the picture.
Well, I think better looking at the tutorials. It is good therapy. It like I don't have to think about nothing else but that, and it's like I could relax.
Well, I'm Suzy Woozy, but I'm also Susan and Trixie on Instagram at Susan and Trixie. And if you follow me on Instagram and Threads, I post. And I think I'm Suzy Woozy now on Facebook, and I wanted to go back to my real name, and they want me to make a whole new account, and I'm like, I don't want a whole new account. I changed my name from my name to Suzy Woozy. How come I can't change it back? They won't let me. They won't let me.
Wow. I'm gonna check it out, Claudette.
I remember seeing some of the ladies in the buggies crocheting as they're driving down the road. And I'm like, the horses must know what they're doing if they can crochet.
Well, I guess they know to go straight until somebody tells them otherwise.
That's for sure. No, that's definitely for sure. And anyway.
So I was making the little face scrubbies. I'm going to put them in my booth.
Mm-hmm.
And the dish scrubbies, you know, something quick and easy I can whip up and put in the booth.
Did you do it yet? Are any?
I have some that I did. I just need to bring them. I want to find something to a packaging to put them in.
I think. Well, I don't know by you because it's still kind of warm up here. People. January's a month for. For retail, it was a month for like furniture and sheets and like decorative things because people kind of nest in the winter, so they put that kind of
here
stuff.
it's it's kind of different, but because we don't really have a winter.
Hi, Roxy.
Although next week, I think it's next week, we're going to be in the teens and with single-digit wind chills.
Wow, that's crazy. You should.
I don't own a coat because we never need one.
You're gonna have to try to like you put something tight and then you put something less tight. And you're gonna have to be like wearing 6 layers of clothes. But you should document it. See, now that's content. New Orleans in the teens. It's so rare.
I know, right?
And I know you're not New Orleans, but to me in my head you are. You're like,
right. I'm right out. I'm about 30 miles outside. No, we don't want snow here. Like I told you before, the whole state shuts down.
Yeah, Jane has snow for everybody.
Hey, Ann, how you doing, hon?
Oh, when the trees are covered, which each individual like twig has like snow on it, so beautiful. She showed a picture of that. I saw that. I was like, that was nice.
Thomas picked me out a purse. I'm like, ooh. I said, I don't like that one, but I like this one.
Hi, Roxy. Roxy's here.
Yeah, you're right, Glenn, because everything shuts down, like, because people can't drive, and, we're not set up for that. Then the state workers got to come out and throw salt on the road. But actually, I think they put sand on the roads.
I was watching a video of somebody sliding on the ice sideways, and you just see it happening in like slow motion because they couldn't brake. It was just sliding. And I'm like,
right. Oh, Angie, go grab you some crackers or something.
That's true. Go buy your food and gas so you don't have to go out. You know it's going to melt in a few days, right?
Yeah.
I
said it was next week that's supposed to happen.
When there's a bad storm predicted in New Jersey, they sell out of everything. It appears. I mean, except for like the cheapest of ramen noodles. So it pays. I'm sorry. That sounded so funny. They had nothing. Up here, it seems like there's a whole lot more stores per person for food, so you can always find.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Most
like here
doesn't
when the
come.
hurricane, there's no food on the shelves. Bread goes first. Now, whether you eat bread or not, you buy bread.
That was a rule up in New Jersey. Like they said, why do people buy milk and bread? I mean, like, and then someone said, well, I guess people are making French toast. But honestly, if your power goes out, you can't make French toast. So I mean, for peanut butter sandwiches, I suppose. I
Glenn,
guess
I haven't watched the news since we moved out the house. I think it was on yesterday, but haven't watched it since we got out the house. Crazy.
And where's Ann Art Boutique?
I forgot where Anne's at. Anne,
She's
where are you?
in the South, right? I'm assuming
I
she's in a
thought
place.
she was in Florida,
Normally,
but am I like mistaken?
that would be crazy. If
Yeah, because
Florida
somebody told me they said we may get snow. Florida, yeah.
Florida, you did snow in Florida, huh? And
They
then
said we may.
are there oranges still on the trees? Because every time things like that happens, it's like a trickle down of horrible stuff.
Mm-hmm. I had that problem yesterday, Steph and Angie, with my blood sugar going down. That's why I disappeared off the auction yesterday.
Yes.
Except it wasn't just nausea. It was bad.
The next step after nausea.
Yeah, the next step after nausea. That hasn't happened to me in a long time.
You've been saying that though. It's happened.
It's happened before, but it's been a while since. I mean, my headaches make me nauseous, but it doesn't cause the vomiting. But I don't know.
All right, Nana. Thanks for coming.
Bye, Nana. Thanks for coming.
I haven't thrown up. I sometimes, my kind of is different. I did throw up here once, but I'm not like a big thrower upper. Not like, I never was. But if I do, it's bad. Something's wrong.
Right. I got my A1C down to 6.4, Claudette. Last time it was 6.8 because it was up to 8. And then it went down to like 7 and then 6.8.
So is there a point where your insurance says, well, now that your blood sugar's like, in a stupid way, do they say now we want to approve that medicine because it's low?
I mean, if it gets too low, she'll stop it. But it's lower because of that.
No kidding. But,
it's just like blood pressure medicines. You get it lower and you have to keep taking it for it to stay lower.
My insurance would cover that medicine for like 4 months. And I'm like, well, how is that really going to help in the scheme of life? Like if you bring your blood sugar down for those 4 months and then you take people off, what's going to happen? You're going to go back up again. I mean,
now Garrett's A1C is 5.6, I think. And they still paying it for him.
Well, every insurance is different, and mine tries. I mean, they're not covering a lot of things that seem like they're sort of like to prevent more catastrophic things, and they're not paying for it. And
me too, Angie.
Me too, Angie. Who likes that? It's horrible. It's just that feeling of like, oh, I feel like I'm going to choke.
Yeah, I'm not good with that.
Yeah, preventative medicine is important, and I don't know how they don't like see that it's just going to end up costing more and more money down the road. They're just kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say it.
Right.
They probably hope you like don't make it to the point that you need that.
There's no preventative medicine anymore.
That you cease to have claims. That's all I'm going to say. They hope that, I think.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm type 2 also, but wow,
Well,
that's
I
bad they
am.
can't get it down.
I am too. It's just that they said my last blood test was like high. And when I went to the doctor for that skin infection, I told you my blood pressure was through the
Mhm.
roof. And I haven't had high blood pressure since 2017. So I don't get it. Well, I
But
get
if
it.
you're feeling bad and hurting and, that can make it go up too.
It was really pretty high. And anyway, I'm not eating super healthy. I mean, I'll eat healthy things and then I have unhealthy
Mhm.
things around the healthy. It's
Right,
bad.
right.
I don't know. I'm sure it's sad. Like on YouTube, there'll be a doctor who'll be like, "Oh, just fast for 3 days in a row, and you'll be
Yeah,
okay.
right.
Just have a little salt." And even though you're your doc, sometimes conventional treatments aren't necessarily what there's like new ideas about treatments. I get
Mhm.
it. And do you know like the whole thing about hormone replacement therapy? People said I can't have it because I'm more like my family's prone to breast cancer, but they've disproven a lot of those studies. Like that study in particular, they have disproven it. Like they say you definitely should be watchful and still carrying on with your like mammograms and stuff, but
Mhm.
they're saying having your hormones is preventative against like almost every other problem like
Right,
osteoporosis, depression, and
right,
other cancers. So anyway, people who went back on hormones said that they feel so much better.
right.
My even the dentist looked a female dentist looked at my chart and she saw my age and she pointed at it and she said, "Oh, that's the age where all your estrogen leaves and says goodbye." And I said, "Thank you very much." And she goes, "And it's screwing up your teeth and it's screwing up your bones and you're getting bone rot." And I'm like, "Thank you."
Oh, yeah, steroids will mess with your blood sugar in a heartbeat,
Oh yeah, that's true. Man.
but yeah, well, my cardiologist won't let me take hormones because I have a stent. So,
I'm gonna ask if I could actually get an appointment. Hey, Jennifer. Miss Hope.
Jennifer, dang, you're late. Yeah.
Look, my insurance will pay
Yes,
for
Jennifer. It was
hormone.
my blood sugar dropped too low.
I was gonna say I'm sorry. My insurance will pay for pills, but they won't pay for a transdermal patch. And it's like, why? They're mean. They're
Oh, well,
mean.
that's good. I had that done too. And
What's good?
she had to do the 3-day heart halter, and they said her heart was good. So that's good.
Okay, I missed the last line of that.
Oh, it's Debbie's fault. She don't know it. Okay. I thought you were going to say it's Andrew's fault.
It's good to hear that you had a good result.
Yeah. Debbie says she'll take it.
So what's going on with that gossip?
Oh, Jennifer said she was late, but it was Debbie's fault.
Are they
Debbie
still
said
getting
she'll take it.
married to that other person? Is it Andrew? Oh no.
Oh, you were working on an outro?
Hi, Tuber Chat.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
How are you? Guys, if y'all want to grow your channel, go see Kevin's channel. Although I haven't been there in a while since life has been crazy.
Life is so crazy.
It is. It is.
You're gonna have to give me a link to like if you see like when he's on.
Okay. I'll send it to you.
Sure, on Reddit. Okay, thank you.
Or you can click on his thing and sub to him, and then
I am subbed.
oh, okay. Put
I
on
just-
your notification bell.
You have to understand.
I have to understand what.
Well, I don't have notifications on my phone. Somebody tried to call me from Instagram. Call me in the middle of the night. That's crazy. Anyway, I don't have notifications that make noise. So if I'm sleeping or watching a show, I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want
Well,
things to be.
I keep my volume on my phone on because of my mom. And it's, oh, Teresa said he's on at 2 p.m. Eastern today, because I know he changes.
I see like his channel right here.
Oh, yeah. And he has people on. It's a great channel. But when I get messenger messages at 4:00 in the morning,
What
yeah,
happens?
please. And it's like once I'm up, I'm up.
Yeah. That is a problem for me. If I hear something going on in the house in the middle of the night, yeah, I'm usually like done, especially if it's around 3 or 4 in the morning.
Right. You got to have lettuce. Yeah, you're like a little rabbit. She's always eating salad. That sounds good today. A salad.
I was eating a lot of salad last week. And
Well, yesterday I cooked 12 heads of cabbage.
really?
Yeah. And it all went.
What do you do with your cabbage? Tell me your recipe. Is it just
I put we call them pork
saute
fingers.
it or you boil it?
No, you cook it down. Like you smother it.
So that means saute. It's like you put it in a frying pan, not in a saucepan.
In a big giant pot. And you cook it down. And
You add onions, salt, pepper. Do you do
yeah,
roux?
you season
Just
it.
tell us what you do.
No, roux. Just cook it down. Like you put everything in a big pot with my meat, seasonings, and I put a little bit water, some water at the bottom, and cover it and
But
let
you're
it
saying
cook.
and meat too. I'm just wondering because I don't cook cabbage.
Yeah,
Normally.
I put pork in it.
Okay. My neighbor makes sauerkraut. Someone was asking me to do this Amish celebrate New Year's, and I was about to say she said she was having her family over and she was going to make hot dogs and sauerkraut. And
Ew.
so New Yorkers like sauerkraut, but that's a German thing, kind of.
Uh-huh. Look, this was my big pot of cabbage.
That's like July 4th for me, not necessarily New Year. That is a big pot, huh?
I know.
And you said
and
it all.
You know what? I only had like a Ziploc bag left of it.
That's good. Probably. I mean, unless you want the leftovers.
Yeah.
But good. When people don't touch your food, it's kind of sad that you spend time cooking.
I don't like sauerkraut, but I love cabbage. Crazy.
I love sauerkraut.
And then you have to kind of let it stick at the bottom just a teeny bit to kind of brown it up.
Are your feet dirty? Let me see your feet.
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
Okay.
Even the kids ate it, so that was good.
Roxy's digging a hole, like the kind of a hole that you could plant a tree in. That big.
Oh, well, there you go. She's helping.
And she came in
since
with
you have the hole, you can go buy a tree.
It's in her yard. I said to my husband, we need rocks around the whole edge of that area. I don't care how they come. I don't care if we have to pay people. I want rock. I can't handle these like muddy feet.
Right. I know Bella and Precious are so overgrown. She's supposed to call me today with an appointment, but she drags mud in my mama's house and she has a fit. So now we have to make her stop. She stops at the door and we wipe all of her feet before she comes in.
Well, that's good.
But she's got so much hair on her feet right now that it's still wet, you know.
I did it with like when Trixie was a smaller dog. I used to stick her feet in those Maxwell House, like the plastic jugs. I would stick her feet in that, and like I would need to like change out the water a few times. But Roxy, I put her in the shower and she hates it. But like, you know, maybe she'll learn. Roxy should bury the haters. If she could, I'd be like, all right, whatever.
Good is right.
It'll be on her. I'll let her. It's too close to the house. If you're gonna do things like that, you need like woods. And anyway, I would like to plant a tree somewhere in the line, like over here, because when I'm in my dining room, I can see a house's windows over there. If you could see windows, they could see your windows. And if you say, what are you doing?
They're that far away, they can't see in your window.
They're not that far. I mean, okay.
You can't see detail is what I'm saying, I guess.
I'm from New York City, so everybody is far away, considering, but they're not that far away. Like, you're right. I can't see it. I can't see what they're doing. And then my other neighbor who came down the hill said, I'm your noisy neighbor. I'm your noisy neighbor. And I'm thinking, I only heard you sneeze once because I was sitting on my deck. I mean, I don't hear her at all. So she was embarrassed to say hi to me because she thinks that she's like yelling at her grandchild all the time. And I heard her once. Anyway, there's another house past that. And
binoculars, Teresa said.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if they really wanted to, they could see it. It's just like we don't really bother over here closing stuff up. I mean, we're not doing anything weird, but like, you know, sometimes I'm in, you know, I'll call it the Christmas pajama syndrome. Like I'm in my weird clothes. And if I'm cold,
who cares what you got on your pajamas?
I'll put a ski hat on in the house if I'm cold. I'll just do it. I don't care. Sorry. If I look weird.
I don't like sauerkraut, Claudette. My dad used to love it.
If you've ever,
as far as it go.
It's so good. I don't know. If you got like a nice crispy hot dog and then you put some sauerkraut on, a little bit of mustard, like it's what you're used to from growing up. It's good.
Right.
It tastes so good. Yum, yum, yum.
Yep.
That would be my way to eat.
You know, we also had like black eyed peas. But not everybody eats that. So I cooked some of the little petite peas, the little baby peas with a roux, and it makes a gravy and you put it over rice. So
I'm sure that your peas taste good. My mom just would open the can and heat it up, and I didn't like the way that tasted. Somebody made like a pea dish and he said, look, you're going to taste this and you're going to see it tastes good. And I did. I tasted it. I said, it tastes good. I don't like the texture.
Right. Yeah. See, that's why I can't eat the black eyed peas because of the texture. Now, Glenn, my husband doesn't eat like cooked cabbage either. So I shredded one of them. So I cooked 11. I shredded one of him and he eats it with salt, pepper, and vinegar.
I have I bought some coleslaw the other day because I wanted it for something. I don't remember now why.
Yeah, I have a texture issue, Kevin. I just can't. I don't like pears. I don't like butter beans or lima beans. It's that gritty texture. No.
But what about mashed potato?
I'll eat mashed potatoes.
See,
it took me a long time to do regular potatoes. Like we make potato stew here. It's like you can put say like you make a shrimp stew, but my husband loves it with like some potatoes in it. I'm like, because after a while those potatoes start breaking down and it gets gritty. No, 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 no.
I made like a potato corn chowder.
Angie, I would go butt naked Suzy and wave when you think they're looking.
My husband wouldn't mind. He goes, if anybody is going to go to the effort of looking at me naked, then they should look. And I go, no, I don't feel that way. I said, he goes, I don't care if that's what they want to do. And I'm like,
right.
And he's like,
Yeah.
he goes, I'm in my house. I'm not in the yard. If they want to like go to the trouble, like doing, I'm like, no, I'm closing. No, I don't need that. I don't need that.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
Now I'll eat potato soup.
That chowder was good. It's really was good. I also put a little broccoli in.
Hey, Lalo.
And I made it with like kind of a creamy base. Butter and creamy. It's good. And I had pork in it. Like pork from a pork.
Yeah. Oh, and I cooked the pork roast too. You know, the traditional stuff.
With the ham. What do they call it? Pork shoulder, pork picnic, pork roast.
I cooked the pork butt. Yeah, I cooked the pork butt.
Like it. I like that. We don't really like ham. So when the supermarket was giving out the free thing, and they were giving out a turkey breast or a ham or a Stouffer's thing, and we picked the Stouffer's thing, which cracks me up that we're going to be eating.
Suzy's house is the peep show house.
It could be. If you drive by, you're not going to see anything fun, but you could probably see in. That's if you're in. From
come nighttime, all my curtains are closed because I don't want nobody looking in my house.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like at some point, I'm like, he's like, people are so far away on the road, and I'm like, they're not that far away. And if they're snipers, they could take a
Angie. Oh, that's too funny. And the pork roast, I'm not a big pork roast fan, but you know, it's what you're supposed to. Whack them with our boobs. Only you, Scarlett. Oh my goodness. Too funny.
Yeah, I guess when you get to a certain age, I guess they're more whackable, but like,
right?
Remember, people were talking about the pencil test, that you could tell how perky you are, like if you could sit a pencil in, and if it won't fall, or if it falls right away, you're perky. And I'm like, I could pick up a hammer. It's like, forget a pencil.
I was gonna say, you're so stupid.
I mean, yeah, you get to a point where it's like it's no longer, you know, they have on Suits, they have like, you know, long and short, and I'm thinking, yeah, my bra size is 42 long now. I forget it. It's like it's not
right.
Not the same.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. When I told my husband about the hammer thing, he laughed about it. I mean, I could hide like sweat socks in there if I wanted. When people say they hide stuff in their bras, I'm like, I can hide a wallet. I probably could put a whole pocketbook under there. Anyway.
Right. Yeah, John, you can be busy. I know I can't. It's like when after Fridays and I leave here because it's dark and I have to drive home still. I don't like to leave late, so I take off right after my show. But I can catch you on Unis.
So how was your sale yesterday? Did people come? And
yeah.
And yeah.
We had a lot of people.
Okay.
It was good.
I basically missed the whole thing. I don't remember what kind of thing I was nursing, but something I was feeling so
First the boobs, and now she's nursing something.
No, I meant like I have a pain. Like I had a tooth pulled. I had 6 fillings. I had a deep root cleaning, all in like a 2-week span. So I'm in pain. I'm not healed.
You're funny, Steph. I'm overdue for mine.
Oh, I have to do that too. Ugh, I have so many things I need to do. It's going to be a part-time job, getting all the like bits and pieces looked at. Oh my gosh. Because I have to get that. I need the colonoscopy. I need a mammogram. I need to find doctors that'll deal with all that stuff.
Right. Oh, that sounds good, Glenn.
The kitchen sink. Well, that's a little, pretty much things around the kitchen sink. Not the actual kitchen sink.
All right, Steph. Too funny.
My husband made a joke and he said something about, I thought he said humongous and he said enormous. He goes, there's a big difference. He goes, I don't use that word. Humongous. He says, I feel like it's a made up word, but enormous is. I'm like, shut up. I was surprised when my husband said that about me. That. Anyway. Enormous. Hi, Audrey.
Hey, Audrey. That's my grandbaby.
Oh, nice.
Hi, honey.
It's your channel. You need to make it blue.
I am going to make it blue. And JP.
Hey, Mimi from Audrey and JP.
Audrey and JP.
It's
JP is my youngest grandson, so it's Chelsea is the oldest out of them, and then Audrey.
Was he
and then
wearing the
JP.
little cute suit that you?
Yes, his little plaid suit. Oh my God, he was so freaking cute.
So cute.
And Audrey's so grown up looking now.
But I mean, that little suit. When you said, "Look, he picked out this suit," I was like, "That's really nice."
I told him, I said, "You're so handsome." Yesterday, he goes, "Look, Mimi, look at my muskies."
He has muskies. Okay.
He's got muskies. Yep.
Oh
Grandkids
boy.
are the best. You can feed them tons of sugar and then send them home to their mama.
I don't know. The only thing that I don't have kids. Oh, grandchildren. Oh well.
Oh, John,
A question for me.
You
asked me something about the kitchen sink, and I said things around the kitchen sink, not the actual kitchen sink. So there's your answer. If we're talking,
it was Claudette. It was. It is.
Anyway, I have Jen, I used to see like women putting like their cigarettes in there and like wallets and I think that's so odd, but I guess if you need to hide some money.
Yeah. I used to hate it when I worked at a retail many moons ago.
Oh, and
somebody would like pull the money out their bra and it was all like moist.
Moist. That's the one time where moist is gross. Yes.
I said moist.
Moist is gross, but it's fine. If you're baking a cake and the cake is moist, that's great. But if you have moist money, it's not great. Yes, any money is good, but moist money is less good. That's all.
I know it was so gross. I mean,
that's hard. Claudette,
you wanted to say ew, you know. Oh yeah, Claudette.
Sorry, that was sad too.
Yeah,
I don't have any regular television here, so I made this. I said like I'm only getting my news from.
Right.
Oh, man.
Oh, like JP, Mimi loves you too and miss you.
Aw.
Right, Layla? Oh my God. It was like, mm-mm. Now, if they pulled out a wallet and took the money out, that was okay, but not just the, no, not just the money.
I used to keep my wallet in my pants pockets, and there was times where it felt like, ugh, it's too hot to be dealing with that like leather thing pressed against my leg. Ugh.
Right.
I like men's pants better than women's pants. The like women pants pockets are like this big, and a man pants pocket is like that big. I could put my keys, I could put my lipstick, I could put my wallet. I didn't need a pocketbook. Just go out the
Right.
house.
Haley wears men's pants all the time. And when she starts pulling stuff out of her pocket, she pulls her wallet, and then she pulls her phone, and then she pulls her charger, and then she pulls. I'm like, damn, girl. It's like the clowns getting out of the little beetle bug car.
I used to do that. I used to pull out so much stuff and put it on the counter, and then someone said, "Are you a hamster?" I'm like thinking, I said, "I'm really not fat. It's just, it's like I wear so much
in my
stuff
pocket
that it makes me look like I have
right.
40 extra pounds around my hips." But I was making a joke about that. Look, you know,
But
it's
Haley
not slim.
carry a purse, so that's why she does that.
A lot of women are very touchy about even like the like littlest thing, like, oh, I would never buy a pant with like a fold over pocket in the back because that would make me look a half inch larger than I usually am. And I'm thinking, and I'm walking around with like cargo in my cargo pants.
Right.
And I'm like, look, nobody's looking at me like that now. You know, sorry. I have a husband.
Yeah, some of them fit better. I was told by somebody you should buy men's tennis shoes because they have more support than the women's. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, they're a little wider to start with. So that might, if you have a slightly wide foot, but not a very wide foot, a men's shoe might fit better. If there's a crossover size. Right.
And you get to buy a smaller size. So, you know,
I feel good when I had been less weight, I could wear men's pants very easily. But now that I've put on some more weight, I need to buy like mom jeans. Just saying, I can't really, like the men aren't shaped anymore. I'm not really shaped like a man now. Definitely more mom. I have to have, I want my, when they used to have the very low rise pants, or the very high like there's an area in the middle that I need to try to like deal with. That's all. That muffiny thing.
Stephanie.
What did Stephanie say about Camille?
Oh, she said if somebody gave her money, they better be Benjamins in order for her to take it and touch her skin. Nope, no pole dancing.
And you don't feel gracefully. Oh, please.
Wait, hold on. That's Sean. Let me mute you for a second.
Okay. Yeah. You know, I know, like I said the other day, for every weird thing about ourselves that we think is weird, there's always somebody who has a kink for it. So, but I really think like there's no way people would want like the kind of grandma body doing a pole dance. In my opinion, me, I would not know. And then other people will say, you'd be surprised how many people would want to see that. And I'm like, yeah, but not for comedy purposes. It's hard. Oh, money can be so dirty, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gross.
Did you ever go to, I don't know if it's because of the mechanism, but I haven't been in a very long time. But I used to go to the casinos, and I used to like, the only inspiration to do the the one-arm bandits is to hear the money go. And now it's all like they put a credit card in or a credit, and you don't even have to touch money, just go. And I'm like, I used to love touching that dirty money. Anyway, and then I'd go wash my hands. But money is really disgusting. I remember times thinking like, I'm alone in the car and I'm like trying to hold the money. And I used to like once in a while I put it like in my lips, like just to try to hold it. And I'm like, now I'm so skeeved out. Like, what was I doing? You know how many dirty people don't wash their hands enough, in my opinion. People are, anyway, never mind. It's disgusting. I find money very dirty. But
You
I
have
am also,
plastic money there now?
that's the credit card. Credit
Yeah.
card.
That's all people want. And when I do need cash, I look in and somebody, used my cash or whatever. So I never have cash. And
Are
my
you saying,
husband has this thing for quarters. He likes to save quarters. So I'll usually leave a couple quarters in the little thing on my door of my car for when I go like to Aldi's or something.
you
And
always
then when I
need a
go
quarter?
for it, it's gone. Suzy, you're a dirty girl.
I wash my hands so much that like raw. So I try to not be dirty. I have a lot of animal hair fall out, but he's talking another kind of dirty, I think. Anyway. But
Oh, wow. True.
I didn't know if I should invite people from Threads to here. And then I was thinking I'd lose followers. I could gain the people that already know me and come here. They could go follow me on Threads at Susan and Trixie or whatever. And you can make comments on everything. Anything. Make comments. I'll address you.
Either good or bad, but she'll address
But
you.
like the thing is, my sister-in-law and my niece follow me on there, and I'm thinking, and I tried to follow back my niece, and she made her page private, and I thought,
But you send them a request if it's private.
but she didn't answer. I'm very like weird. Like I feel like if I give you a couple of days to answer my request and you don't, I just take away my request. I'm like, you're not that active on the site, or you
I'm
don't.
not. You see, like on Facebook, it takes me a long time. Sometimes, like, oops, I didn't see that.
Oh, Jane, I blocked so many people so far, and there was one girl that tried to say a lot of negative stuff, and it made everybody like, it actually made my post go viral. I went from having like less than 1 or 2,000 like looks on my stuff to over 2.1 million looks. And
right. Jane says she's thinking of dropping out.
Oh man, if you feel like dropping out of like Threads, just block, and then you'll find your people. There's a lot of like art loving people. There's a lot of pro woman people. There's whatever you want to find, like book loving people. You can find people that like your thing. I want to be with I want to say photographers and the people who like creative arts, and maybe even the people who are not really great farmer people, but some of the farmer people I follow are really into farming, and I don't know anything about farming except that I know that blueberries should grow, and I hope they grow. But I feel like they'll talk about, oh well, you have to combat this kind of fungus and that kind of rot, and I'm like, I don't know.
Wow, that's true, John. That's true. He was saying this is more personal.
Well, there's actually, you know how like you can get monetized on here? You can get monetized on there too. But they want you to like hook up your monetization. Like I'm actually monetized now on Instagram. But the way that I can make money is if I make those reels, and then I have to kind of like beg for a tip, and I'm not going to do that. So, I mean, no. I don't think I will. If I do, I mean, like, I think it would be kind of sad. I'll probably get like, if you get like $1, $2, $5. I mean, who likes me that kind of way? I say, as like some of these people who are content creators, and people are saying, I enjoy your posts, and they get paid. And I'm thinking, that's nice. It would be nice to be enjoyed.
Do some reels with the dogs.
Yeah, but I don't know. it's hard for me to. You mean just to film them running around? I don't know.
Mhm.
I like
Do some reels
to
of
show
your
my.
sunset. Do
I
some
like to.
reels.
I show my photography. It's you have to understand though. I take a lot of pictures on here, and then they go up into like some Google Cloud, and then I have to take it from the Google thing to the editing thing to then put on here, and it's just it's just I don't know. I don't have a computer to work on. It's hard. Anyway, you can make money by putting a money box outside your window. Really? What kind of money would fly?
Would that be a peep show?
Oh, that's not what he's talking about. I was thinking if I could get it. There's a guy who has a trail cam in Manitoba, Canada, and he gets so many animals walking by his trail cam every day. But he must have more than one. He must have like he has one by a stream and he has like a few. But it's so cool to see the animals that are walking by in the snow.
I watched this one guy. It's Michael's Adventures, and I guess I met him on Super Chat. Hey, Mama.
There's your mama. Hey, Mama.
Mama.
Hi, Mama.
And most of his trail cam is like raccoons. They kind of, I guess he must feed them in front of the cam or whatever. Pretty cool.
The guy that I follow that's from Canada, I think he's called like John Boy Wildlife. He has like he was putting out 10 reels of his favorite animals from this year. I mean, there's porcupines and there's like there's a fox and bears and deer and elk and oh man, just look at it. There's so many different, and the only ones that mess with his camera are the bears for some reason.
Stephanie said she stepped away, and when she came back, she heard Peep Show.
Yeah, we're doing a peep show. Trail cam.
Trail cam.
Oh man,
that would be interesting.
A jail cam. Maybe they should, and then a lot of it we wouldn't want to see. Anyway, remember Scared Straight? Do you remember that program where they used to take kids?
They still do 60 Days In or stuff like that.
But I mean, they used to just sort of take you into a jail, and then they would fingerprint you, and they would block the door behind you and make you sit there for a few minutes. And it was like that's supposed to make you like not want to be there, which nobody wants to be there. But like,
right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they would scare these little badass kids.
They took us around the precinct when we were kids, and we weren't bad. I mean, there were some kids that were a little bit bad. There were some kids from neighboring blocks that would try to come and steal our stuff, and they were kind of bullies. But nobody that I knew was like that. I mean, worse than just trying to steal your roller skates. Kind of bad.
Right.
But what do I know? The internet has made people exposed to so much more stuff than we were. We were exposed to 3 channels really, and then PBS. Right. So we were like, instead of watching the evening news, we could go to the playground or go visit a friend. There wasn't a lot to get into trouble.
Yeah.
There was less, I'm gonna say. And we were kind of dumb. I mean, when you heard like somebody was a drug addict in your neighborhood, you're thinking like, who are they hanging out with that they got to be a drug addict? But mostly those are the kids that were like trying to be groupies for like concerts and whatever. I mean, it happened. And yes, there were little rotten kids, like I said, that try to steal stuff. But little rotten kids.
Evening news and PBS, and then they would go off air at like 12 o'clock or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I remember I used to wake up on Saturday morning, and you would see that like it looked like a radiation symbol, and then it would go away, and they would have the farm report, which was so weird, and then they would have Davy and Goliath, And I would be up for it. Like, I actually saw the farm report, and they would show like a tractor. I was so fascinated by like the farms back then. Now I live around them.
One of our channels, they would have the flag and they'd play the national anthem, and then that was it. And then it was white noise kind of thing.
Don't drop the soap. Ugh. I think if you were incarcerated, you would want shower shoes and your own private soap. For sure. Soap on it. Well, maybe not on a rope. They could probably choke you. But, you know, you'd probably want some. I don't know. I watched Orange is the New Black. Did you ever see that?
Mm-hmm. Some of it. I didn't. I watched it for a few episodes and then I quit.
I have a hard time paying attention to like a lot of like episode television. I think my husband's playing trivia. He sounds like he's in like they're playing weird electronic music. Like stuff you'd hear if you were like walking around the airport.
You're right, Teresa.
What did Teresa say?
Right. That's it, John. The Steve farm report and Steve Harvey. Yeah, Scarlett. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm like making the face.
Hmm?
Yeah. The church lady face. I've frozen my. Did you ever see Dana Carvey doing the church lady on Saturday? I'm dating myself because that was probably like 25 years ago. And I go, isn't that?
You mean you're more than 25 years old?
Oh my gosh.
Why did this fall out?
In a few months, in a short while. I mean, we're talking March? That's not that far away now. I'm going to be 63? Ah, that hurts. But, you know, I'd rather be 63 than nothing.
True.
So, you take what you can. I'm going to take what I could get. But then I'm a very morbid kind of thoughts. Like my parents are, you know, I keep telling my dad. I was talking about my dad and like how he had survived a cancer. He had like strokes. He had heart attacks. He had all these things. I'm not him, obviously, but you know, both of my parents were gone in their early 70s. So I'm thinking, if I want to do something fun, I better do it soon. You don't know.
Oh, it's your birthday next week, Claudette. Happy birthday. And our Ann's got a birthday coming up.
Well, that's nice. Happy birthday. I hope you get at least a cupcake. I don't know.
Oh, Tooch had a nothing bundt cake yesterday.
A nothing bundt cake? What's that?
You never had that? It's called nothing bundt cake.
No.
And
what they make? Is it made of air? What's nothing?
No, it's bundt cakes. Oh my god, and the flavors.
Is it nothing but bundt?
No, nothing bundt cake. I guess it's like nothing but cake is what they're trying to, but it's a bundt cake is what they make. They make like the little ones all the way up to the big one. I know, right, Teresa? They are good. We had when I was working a hospice company that would come in and bring us those. Oh my God. They were wonderful.
I went to, it was many years ago, I went to one of these like craft shows, and there was a bundt cake company that had a booth, and they were giving out samples, and the one that had, and I'm not a big rum person, but the rum one tasted really good. And because I think it was trying to be tropical, like it was like rum and coconut and orange or pineapple or something. I was like, that is good.
Oh yes, those bundt cakes are so good. And then they put the ice in like big ribbons of ice and all the way around it. Good. The chocolate one with the cream cheese icing, the lemon, they're all good.
Lemon sounds nice.
There you go, Steph.
That's a good idea. Leveling up.
Yeah. Ooh,
I could just say I'm like 50-12 right now. I don't know.
uh-huh.
That could work. Yeah, but
Oh
anyway,
my God, those are so good. Chantilly cakes.
if you know, you know. Ooh, I'm hiccuping. I've never had one.
A chantilly cake?
I never had.
It's sort of like a sponge cake, and then they put whipped cream and fruit, like mostly berries.
I've seen it. The Whole Foods. I wanted to get one last year for my birthday, and we went in, and it was so expensive. And then they had the slices, and the slices looked wacky compared. They didn't look the same as a whole cake, but you know, we just decided. I said, "Oh, forget it. I'll eat a piece of chalk." There's a French. It's called. What is it called? Paris Baguette. It's a chain of like pastry shops that was in New Jersey, and I love going there. But the stuff started out like $3.50 for a little thing. Now it's $4.50 a little thing, and the bigger things are like $6. I'm like, who can afford to eat fancy cake like that?
Yeah,
I mean,
like here,
can.
like an 8-inch chantilly cake is about 30 up to 35, depending on where you get it.
Yeah.
But my sister told me we have a grocery, like a higher end grocery store here called Rouse's, and they make the chantilly cakes, but you can request just strawberries if you want, you know, because like they put blueberry, strawberry, raspberry. I don't like the raspberries.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's not as high as Whole Foods, but it's a higher than the regular grocery.
It is. They were saying that they would also, you could order something there. So like if you, yeah. So if it's nice that they'll actually do just the strawberry, if that's your favorite one. Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot, my birthday is too far away. Now y'all got me wanting chantilly cake. Thank you.
I haven't even seen it around
Was that
here.
Glenn that said that?
Where am I going to find it? Where am I going to find it over here?
Whole Foods.
I don't even. There might be a Whole Foods about 45 minutes away.
I bet if you typed in Google chantilly cake near me, you'll find one. One of the grocery stores must make it. Yeah, they are. They probably pay about $45 for that 8-inch cake, but they do sell slices. So
they don't have very upscale like right around here. Like there's Giant, it's called, and Weiss, and we have Aldi. Aldi is like the fanciest.
Yeah, well, Aldi's don't have chantilly cake.
And we have Walmart.
Aldi's has a good mac and cheese.
Okay, good to know. You mean frozen, right?
No, it's not frozen. It's in a little container.
Oh, okay.
But like some people say it's right when you walk in, but ours is like straight back in the cold stuff.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. You don't like this, so you're not going to care. But we tried Aldi's guacamole. And if you do like guacamole, I know you don't like it, but I'm saying for the people that are listening that like guacamole, they should try the Aldi one. It was good. That was really good.
Mm-hmm. My daughter-in-law, the last few years, have brought me a cake for my birthday. And they're like, what kind of cake you want? So I'm like, oh, chantilly. So that's what they bring. It's so good.
Well, no, I'm going to have to get one.
Yeah, I bought out all the Winn-Dixies here, but we have one in like 10 minutes away from my house. But in that little town, that is the Winn-Dixie is the only major grocery store that they have. So I don't think they're gonna take over, like that one's gonna stay under the Winn-Dixie umbrella.
If I drive 40
Oh,
minutes.
really?
I can find probably.
Aldi's brother owns Trader Joe's.
I heard that Aldi's cousin is Lidl, or the whatever that store. There's another store like an Aldi called Lidl.
Uh-huh.
It's. Have you ever heard of it?
Mm-mm.
It has very few letters, and it's spelled like Lidl, Leid.
Uh-huh.
Or D. It's spelled odd because it's
LIDL.
Lidl. Okay.
Well, the closest Trader Joe's I have to me is about 30 miles.
There's a Trader Joe's in the town, like next to where I've been going to the dentist. That's about 45 minutes away from me, 40 minutes. It's like a kind of a schlep, if you know what I mean. Like you don't just want to go there for, it's like a drive.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Maybe I'll have to learn how to make it. I don't want to make my own birthday cake, but yeah.
They have lots of recipes. Oh my God, I made an Italian cream cake once. It was so good. I'm in St. John, the Baptist parish. I'm in the river, what they call the river parishes, like St. John, St. Charles, St. James. So I'm in St. John, the Baptist. But yeah, I think I've been to Trader Joe's twice.
Oh, I lived right near a Trader Joe's in New Jersey, and I hardly went to it. When I was in New York, I went to Trader Joe's all the time. It was such a different kind of experience from like the regular stores that we had in the Bronx. I would kind of drive to Yonkers or to like like I drive out of town, so just so I can have near the store and that like a bigger store. I like that. But Trader Joe's is okay. It's good. I feel like they're a little bit, I'm going to say they're a lot more reasonable than Whole Foods on stuff. And they have their own brand of
just like Aldi's. I don't know. That's the part I don't like so much is that you have to buy their brand pretty much. That's what I'm saying. If you don't have another grocery store, just an Aldi's. And what grocery store doesn't open till 9 o'clock and they close at 8 o'clock?
I don't know. I did notice because we bought our New Year's Eve. Hi, Melanie. We bought our Happy New Year. We bought our snacks from Aldi, and it was cheaper than I thought because they sell small packages, which I like in a way.
Right.
Of like, you could get a small piece of cheese and a small little this. So we tried a few different things. They had a bread you could kind of like heat, like you had to finish cooking it in the oven and it was like crispy on the outside. I like that. It actually tasted good. And I think that I don't want to admit it, but like their brand of potato chips tastes really good.
Yeah. I don't like their pizza.
I didn't try their pizza.
I didn't like it. It's like the big ones you can buy like at Walmart. Walmart's pizza is much better. So, do you remember $2 Chuck? No.
Yeah, I do remember it, but I don't drink wine anymore. And they didn't, everyone that I've ever been in, but like one in New Jersey that was close to where my husband used to work, they had wine there, but we didn't have the wine. So people are all like bent out of shape here that not every place sounds like wine.
You or Teresa asking me about you? I had one of y'all on the phone and I was in the grocery store and we have all the liquor in the grocery store. Was it you?
I said it once. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I mean, we have like the big beer displays. We have, the maybe 2 aisles of just wine, and then you have the hard liquor.
Well, I don't know about hard liquor, but over in the store that's closest to where we live, they not only sell beer, and I think they sell wine, but they have like what looks like tables, and it has, I don't know if they have waitress service or if you just grab a 6-pack and go there and drink it. It's weird to me. It's like, like diner tables in the supermarket.
Where you can have a drink?
I said to Tony, I go, should we get like a 6-pack and start drinking? I don't drink beer, but like
Yeah. Walmart has
odd.
Alcohol, but their hard liquor stuff is in the front by the registers, and then to the back is all the wine and beer. But they have this one store. It's like a small I don't want to say mom and pop because they getting more in other places. But yeah, I mean, we have liquor in every store, every grocery store you go to pretty much, and then, of course I'll drive through daiquiri shops. So just don't put your straw in it.
We have in the gas station, they have what they call a beer cave. And it's just, I guess it's just a cold room that you walk in and I don't know.
Oh, have you ever been? It's like totally off the subject, but Sam's, now they have the big rooms in some of them where you walk in to get your cold stuff.
They had that at Costco. I don't belong to a big box store now. I mean, I know that there was a time.
No, we don't.
I could join up for Sam's for like $20, but I didn't. And now, honestly, like I just spend too much money when I go to those stores.
Yeah.
I feel like, I go in thinking, let's see what they have. And then I go, oh, I guess they have.
Now, if I go with my husband, I don't spend too much. But if I go by myself, I do. Oh, you were out in on the West Bank. I mean, on the East Bank. No, I'm sorry, West Bank. You were on the West Bank around Boutique.
If you do have a membership to those stores, their own brand of toilet paper, like from Costco, it was like wider rolls than you compare it. The rolls are getting so skinny now. They're almost like register tapes from
That's why I buy Scott.
I compared the Scott to the Costco one. The Costco one was way bigger. Anyway, it's more product.
Right.
I'm going to miss that, but that's about all I'm going to miss.
Right. You're right, John. It is cold in there, but I'll make my husband go in that room to get what we need. But the Sam's that we go to doesn't have that. Okay. That's not far from me. Like probably about 35 minutes out that way.
Nobody's around. I don't see any dogs. I don't see any humans. Something happened.
Maybe they went outside.
They didn't, because if they go outside, they go outside by me.
Oh.
Everything.
Maybe they're sleeping on the sofa with Tony.
No, I'm looking. I can see nothing. Nobody's
I
there.
used to love Kirkland's, John.
Nobody.
Roxy One had really nice stuff in it, but they closed all the good stuff. Who had a Cuco's restaurant? Anybody? It was a Mexican restaurant, Cuco's. Oh my God. It was
we used to have Chichis and Jose Tejas, I'll say. Tejas.
Yeah. Well, we used to have Cuco's, and every day after nursing school, we well, not every day, but a lot. And they have the best chimichangas, and they had this brown sauce on it. Oh my God. You never ate at Cuco's, Glenn? Oh my God. They were so good. And then they closed. You have cousins in Terrytown? Okay. Hey, Mara. Happy New Year.
Mara said hi to you. So,
Uh-oh, Mara. You
Why am I
didn't
chopped
tell
liver?
Suzy. You're too funny.
Myra.
Mara, please say. There you go.
Oh, well, I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Hi, Dawn.
Oh, we have
Oh boy.
tons in SoCal. Of what? Of the cuckoos?
The leg is killing you.
I know that lag is real.
The lag.
I know, right?
What do you have? Oh, are you just talking about Mexican restaurants in
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina? I mean, South California, Southern California. Yeah, I mean, I am okay. Now, I imagine like in Texas, in Arizona, in California, there's a lot of Mexican restaurants. I'm imagining that they're good. Tony said he went to actual Mexico and he was at a restaurant and he said, and they did not have Mexican food. And he got like really upset. He's like, I'm in Mexico. Do I have to go to Taco Bell? He's like, yes, I want Mexican food. And it struck me funny that he said he had a hard time finding it. And I'm like,
Right. Sure, John. I'd do a crawfish boil. I didn't see her back, Jennifer. She must be buying a lot of lettuce. Well, you know she must have to because she eats salads every day.
I'm gonna eat a salad. I bought the Aldi chicken salad everybody was raving about on the Aldi page. No, it doesn't taste good at
The
all.
what?
The Aldi's chicken salad doesn't taste chickeny. It tastes kind of sour. Maybe I got a bad batch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but it doesn't taste
that
good.
little store I was telling you about, like the higher end grocery store. Well, one of them we have here. They make the best chicken salad. It is so good.
I like chicken salad. I like it. They don't have it a lot in this area. If you order chicken salad, they put fried chicken on lettuce, and sometimes they'll put French fries on the salad. And I'm like, that's a little weird.
Oh, I love to put relish in it.
Well, they said they use premium meat chicken. It was, yeah. I've made canned chicken salad that tasted way better than that.
Yeah, no, I like to boil the chicken and then you, like I grind my seasonings with the chicken.
I like turkey salad and chicken salad. I don't know. I'm very disappointed, tell you. I was really looking for I was hoping it was good. I was like, please. But they do have ham salad. And I thought, I'm like, ham salad? What's that? And then Tony's like, they grind up ham and they put mayonnaise. And I'm like, I was like, I never heard of that in my life. It's like so crazy to me that they would do that.
I had an aunt who she would put up she would do chopped lettuce, little cubes of ham, pieces of tomato and cheese, and she would mix it with mayo.
Well, that sounds a little bit like maybe a chef salad, but the actual like grinding up of ham to be mixed like into a spreadable, that just reminds me of those, like, remember they used to have that devil's ham can?
I think they still make that. We have a place in Baton Rouge that makes chicken salad. They made it in TikTok.
Oh. You're saying TikTok good. Okay. So
I go there.
Been craving the chalupas. We went to a Mexican place before my dental appointment because I knew I'd be numb all night. And I ordered 2 tacos. And I ordered a chicken and a shrimp. The shrimp was really good, but the chicken not so good.
Yeah. Only if they're glazed or candied, John.
And then Tony said, you're turning red. I go, what do you mean? He goes, you got red splotches all over your face. And I told you, like, I forget that I'm getting allergic to shrimp.
Better not do it.
You know how hard that is when you're used to
they still have that deviled ham. Yep. And the box and the cans wrapped in like paper.
It used to be. I bet it's not anymore because it's expensive. I mean, that's still wrapped. But wrap in paper, that's expensive, like packaging.
Yeah, you've never made it? It's good, Jennifer. You making it today? Good.
If you've ever made a tuna salad, right? It's just the same kind of thing, only you add chicken. In my opinion, it should be like maybe chicken and celery, mayonnaise. If you want to put a touch of relish, like, or that kind of thing. Some people put a little onion. Some people leave it out.
Well, we put the eggs in it.
I'm gonna have to buy canned chicken and make my own, or buy, I don't know. I haven't bought chicken in ages to cook because I made a big turkey. I made a big pork roast. I'm done. I feel done.
I don't know. I guess I'm having leftovers too.
We have a lot of little like bits and like little snacky food.
We usually do like meatballs and sausage and like kind of the barbecue-ish tomato sauce, but we didn't do that this year. We did make dog food dip, which is like ground meat, rotel, and Velveeta. Kind of looks like dog food.
I would try that. I bought a can of Cheese Whiz and I was mixing it with salsa and I threw it away. It didn't taste right to me. I guess you just have to have Velveeta.
Yeah, you have to have Velveeta.
It's usually thinner. It was kind of thick. And I was like, no, don't taste right.
Yeah, well, if you're using a rotel, you have to put the whole can, like, don't drain it. You have to put the liquid to it.
I have some of that in the closet. If you get the one with cilantro, it's almost like a loose salsa. If you put it in a blender, it'll taste more salsa-y. You got to put a little lemon juice, salt.
No, I like the hunks of the tomato in it. Hey, Sean. It is good, isn't it, baby?
Hi,
Sean ate some of that dog food dip. And
now you're making me hungry.
I had to keep telling them, y'all got to share.
Hi, Sean. Anyway, and you're making me hungry. I want to go eat something.
I know, I do too.
What time is it?
Breakfast yet, and my pills are still in my pocket for my morning meds, and it's already almost lunchtime.
2025 is growing on.
It's growing on you slowly. I hear you, Mara. We all gonna have a great year this year. I'm claiming it.
Okay. I hope I do. I hope I'm fully moved. And
I will.
I will sell my house and be fully moved into Pennsylvania in 2020. That's what should happen.
Yeah.
Pray for house selling for a decent.
Right. Let's pray for a great 2025.
Yeah. Oh.
Sean, is Dad home?
It's too quiet in the house. Something's happening.
I know, Jennifer.
I'm not used to having no sound in the house.
Well, call out to him and see where he's at.
Maybe he's on his computer. He's on his computer. He said he actually was upset yesterday that things aren't going right. Like, for some reason, Pennsylvania thinks we live in New Jersey, and they keep sending important documents to the old place. And we have to straighten that out. It's like, this is not a second place for us. We had our initial deed sent there because back then we were there a lot, but and we wanted to make sure we could get it. Anyway.
Yeah.
So
Jennifer said, call Tony, where are you?
No, his car's in the shop. I feel like my mouth is in the shop. And oh man.
When they mess with your mouth, sometimes it takes forever to get it back normal.
Oh, I'm not done. If you get like a fake tooth put in the way, I'm getting it done. Debbie knows. I'm getting an implant tooth. I just said, screw it. I'm getting it. Because it feels weird to have a hole in my head.
I think so too, Jennifer. She said he needs to make more videos. He's good at it.
He just made a new one. He posted it yesterday. but it's a short one, but I'm in it more. So,
Okay.
if you want to see it.
You know what you need to do? Make a playlist, Tony's videos on your channel. As long as your first video is yours and his and the last, I think Johnny said the first and the last has to be yours and the ones in between. That way, if you get monetized, you can get credit for people watching it off of your channel.
He'll never be monetized because he uses commercial music.
Not him, you.
Yeah, but how could I get money on like his are not monetizable?
Oh, because he's got the music. So yeah, you don't.
Yeah, he just thinks the song goes with his topic and he'll put it on. Like the time there's a song about beards that he was playing in his video, and he said, yeah, there's a word for people without beards here. It's called women. So yeah, it's a country song. Anyway.
Oh, Jennifer dropped the link.
Is that the new one or is that the old one? Well, anyway, I only saw it once, so I didn't get a chance to like really analyze it. I just saw it. I go, you sent me something like 8 minutes ago. We're sitting on the couch for like an hour. I'm like, how did you send me a video?
That's funny.
And I hardly go on my email lately. So I happened to see it. I'm like, all right.
And stick it in my browser when I go there.
On the video before, which I did like when I talk about that story about the Amish people at the gas station, I was like, I go, there's buggy parking in the gas station. And I'm like, why would they be coming to the gas station? Anyway, it was funny.
That's funny.
It was really funny. When it happened, when it organically happened, I was like, why? But, yeah, they go there for batteries and stuff.
Yeah, finding songs, it's like...
Jennifer, he's really not interested in subscribers, which I don't understand because he makes these videos. He spends a lot of time making them, and he's not that interested. He said, I'm not. And I'm like, but I bet you he's working on the next one right now for next year. He's thinking about the concept. I bet it'll have to have.
Jennifer says, who cares what he said? Hey, Gina.
We're going to have to document. Hi, Gina. We're going to have to document the growing of the blueberries because.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tell him to do a video for Valentine's Day, Maybe he can celebrate you and, show him being romantic.
A few years ago video, like when we got engaged, and it was pretty romantic. And people were commenting to him, like his family members, like, wow, this is a whole different side of you. And
aw, that's funny.
One time he had himself interviewing himself, but as like characters, and he said he had to like count the seconds in his head, and he said he saw his moving because he's counting. I have like 6 seconds to wait before I answer my script. I bought him this like green screen. He's like really into it.
Oh, cool.
Man, it's odd.
That's funny.
This is his thing.
Well, that's good. I mean, he's good at it.
He is good at it. He actually said that when we were looking at houses, that he actually had to plan in his head, like if he could put Christmas lights around the property. Like that was a consideration for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, there's electric over here. Oh, there's electric over here. Oh, there's electric over here.
That's funny.
Anyway,
There you go.
definitely take your meds. I think I took mine.
I'm not taking them. I have to eat first, and I'm not a breakfast person. Jennifer.
What about Scarlett's mention?
Oh, Scarlett said she's got to be right back. She's going to the little girl's room.
Oh, and then she said the mention. So Scarlett's a boy? Okay. That's okay, Scarlett.
Well, I'm glad you stopped by, Gina. I hope you have a happy new year.
Thank you. I hope your dog feels better. I hope everybody feels good. I don't want anybody to not feel good.
Oh, hope you feel better.
Yeah, I hope. Oh, she said she's sick as a dog. I thought I'm reading like an abbreviated, and I thought she said her dog
is sick.
I
No.
hope you feel better. Oh my gosh, I need new glasses.
I do that sometimes. I read part of something.
That's sad that I did that. I see like dog sick. Your dog's sick? No, you're sick. Oh. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
she funny.
And when I post things and then my big fat fingers don't like spell out the words right, and my autocorrect makes it a whole different word. It's like,
I hate that.
I'm like, what the?
And then you hit send before you fix it.
Makes no sense at all. What I was trying to say. People must think like English is my fourth language. I don't know. It's not. It's not like right. It sounds like, what was I up like in a spacecraft speaking Klingon? It's not normal. Anyway,
it's so crazy.
It was bad. And you can't edit in Threads. You can't edit after the first like 15 minutes or something.
Uh-huh.
And then really? once you've edited it, and then you realize you didn't spell something, it's like you're done. That was like when I called to pay my bill yesterday, and they said, you've already made one payment. We will only take one payment a day. And I'm like, that's so silly. I had to go check to see if I had money that I could put in my checking account.
Wow.
Dumbasses. I'm sorry. Technology is so advanced that there's so many amazing things that you can do with technology. And yet the crooks have made it like you need 7,000 passwords and
oh, I know. I hate that.
I'm so old for that crap to have to be like, and then they send you alerts like, oh, there was a data breach. You have to go and change your password. And I'm like, you sons.
I don't ever do that. I guess I should, but I don't.
I'm like, well, it depends on the website. If it was like, if I went on and it was nail polish or something that I don't care about. Obviously, if it was like my main banking stuff where I wire money for this and that, I'm rolling my eyes though.
I'm looking for a cord to plug in.
It's hard. And then I can't, and then I change it. And then I just go in and change something, and then they say like 5 minutes later, it's not right. And I'm like, how could it not be right?
Oh, shit. Sorry.
And then I change it again, and they go, well, you're reusing your password. I just said it wasn't
my My camera doesn't stay up anymore.
Well, I have a piggy bank, and
you have a piggy bank, and what?
This is holding the front end of my iPad. There. You gotta run.
I don't know why it doesn't stay. It's like
take care, Teresa.
It's like the bendable part is I had to print something. What I was saying. Oh, the bendable part. It's like it feels loose, and there's not a screw there or anything that you can tighten. So I don't know what to do with it.
Did you find the remote? Says Sean.
No, I did not find the remote. All right, now my stuff is messed up because my chat is usually on the left side and the screen is on the right side. Now I gotta fix it.
All right, we probably should wrap up. It's 12 o'clock.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
I'm
because
gonna-
I have to meet my husband for something. We're gonna take care of some stuff. So I hope everybody has a blessed day and everybody's gonna have a wonderful new year. And we will see you tomorrow on Dawn's Deals with Teresa, and we have Jane's doggone happy Jane, and that's about it. All right, Sean, I will see you soon. Bye, y'all.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.